Okay, I'll start my this. Now let me see. Can you read my document? Alright, ahora señorita, ¿cómo está hoy? Viernes. Viernes. Ah, muy bien. Oh, hace sorry. Hace mucho calor aquí. Y estoy. Now let me see this one. Sudar is to sweat. I never spelled the sweat. I believe. Sweat. I'm not so sure. Is this how you spell to sweat? Okay. Yes, there you have it. So I would say estoy sudando. Sudando un poco. What do you think is the meaning for this one? Sí, mucho calor. Tal vez 32 grados. Celsius. No sé, I don't know Fahrenheit. Maybe, I don't know. 1000 degrees Celsius. Hace calor en Texas.
Very humid. I don't know how you say humid.
Húmedo. Kinda close.
Oh, it's almost 90 degrees Fahrenheit.
Sí, mucho calor. Mucha calor. Oh, let me think. Okay. Actually, this would be a very good moment to introduce the topic for today. So we already went through the basics, right? Time, date, state, motion, descriptions, and definitions. So today we will introduce what is called the simple pasado. Pasado simple past. So in English, usually when we talk about what did we do, daily routines, we call that the simple past. Now the simple past in English and Spanish, they are not that different, I would say. So for example, in English we do this, we have study. So if I wanted to say I studied, we would do something like I stud, and we would remove the Y and then replace with the IED, studied, math, for example. Now we do something similar in Spanish. We call this conjugation. I believe we talk about this. Conjugation is basically when you add a subject and a time to a verb. In this case, a verb is any action, right? In this case, we will be adding a subject and a time, which is the past. Now, for example, can you tell me any action you did today? Maybe eating something, buying something. What do you think?
I ate.
Okay, what did you eat first, for example?
What did I eat? I already forgot what I ate. I ate a burrito.
Okay, burrito. So in Spanish, do you remember it in Spanish? How to say this? Comer, yes. So we would do a similar process. Now, in Spanish, we have three verb, let's say, groups. I don't know if we talk about it. I believe, yeah, we did. AR, ER, and IR, right? Now, I'm sure you recognize this because we had ando and yendo, right? For example, we said Imagine you are eating right now the burrito, right? And I call you, and I ask, señorita, ¿qué está haciendo? What do you think is the meaning for this one?
What are you eating?
hmm Now you're eating the burrito, right? So how will you reply to me if I ask you, if I ask this, if I would ask you this in this context?
Estoy comiendo
Comiendo
un burrito.
un burrito. That will be masculine. Yes. But there you have it, right? That's what you basically drop the er and you put yendo, right? Because that's the we call those verb endings. That's the ending for ongoing, eating, comer. We do a similar thing in the past. We drop ar, we drop er, and we drop ir, and we add an ending. Now here's where things get a little bit complicated. Uh, English and Spanish, they have regular and irregular verbs. Like some actions will follow a pattern, a very specific pattern that is one to one. Like you will just it's kind of like what we did here. Like just drop the er and put endo. No, but some other verbs, they not follow a pattern. But I believe we talked that the good thing about Spanish is that we have groups of irregulars. It's not that English that something is eight, but I can't think of any verb that would say ends in a T and would become eight in the past. Or for
Yeah.
example, go is went, but I can't think of any other verb that is ends in an O and it will become
Yeah.
E N T. So
Yeah. The
fortunately,
whole thing
yeah.
English.
Now, fortunately in Spanish, we have irregulars, but we have groups of irregulars. But they don't follow the exact same rule, but they do
Mhm.
follow a specific rule. So it's not like they are completely different. That's the good thing about Spanish. The bad thing is we have let's say a bunch of endings depending on who did it, right? We differentiate between um, first, in English would be I ate, we ate, she ate, he ate, they ate, you all ate. That's the good thing about English. That's not the case
Mhm.
in Spanish. We have different endings for different subjects. And for today,
Mhm.
we will be. Give me a second, I forgot what is this. Okay, here. For today, we will go through AR, verbs, and their ending. And here we have. Take a look at this. We have hablar. Hablar is to talk, right? So you drop the IAR in this case, and you add A. Now be careful, I'm not sure if you're able to see the little tilde on top of the A. Now that's the
Yes.
accent. So if when you see that accent, you have to raise your voice a little bit. So this would be hable, hable. This would be the past. So stuff like I talked to Sarah on Sunday. You will use hablé. Hablé con Sara Sunday. Domingo, sorry.
Okay. So if you're talking about past, you have to change from hablar to hable.
Hablé. That's it. For example, imagine you talk to Pedro on Friday and I ask you, when did you talk to Pedro? How will you reply to me in that case?
Hable bien viernes.
On Friday. On Friday. How will you ma?
On
Uh-huh. You're already forgetting the topics.
I mean, when, right? Hable,
On Friday?
hable.
Oh, el viernes, el viernes. Don't forget that because if you start to forget the previous topic, yeah, yeah, because if you start to forget the previous topic, we have to go back to them again.
No, no. I'll remember.
Oh,
Always get to. I don't know why.
okay. Be careful over there. Now, we'll go through the table, but okay, we're not gonna see. all of them at once. We will maybe, for example, today we will go through A for I did something in the past, and then you did something in the past. So we will cover those two today, but we will do go through the entire table just to be like familiarized with them. So for example, I have this one. Maybe you know this one to comprar. What do you think is the meaning for comprar? This would be the opposite of sell.
Oh, to buy.
To buy, yes. Now we follow the formula, right? Now I'm gonna use the yo here, but remember in Spanish we drop this quite often. So this is the formula, right? Comprar, comprar. We drop the AR, we add A. So how do you think? How would you, how what would you think it would become?
Compré.
Compré, yes. And how would you say this, for example? I bought an apple on, let's say, Tuesday. What do you think?
Compré
Mm-hmm.
una manzana.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Tuesday,
like this.
martes, there you have it. That's
I have to
the.
go through it. I have to go through the weekdays in my head.
I do. There is a song, in Japanese. There is a song because um there is a song in Japanese. The days are like kinjobi, tangyobi, suijobi, mokujobi. So there is a song. There's a like it's like king niku tanjobi. They go with the two first two syllables. So I don't know if there is something similar in Spanish, like a song to remember the days of the week. Maybe there is. I don't know.
Maybe.
I'll try to find
I
one
can
of them.
remember. I just have to say them. I have to start with Monday and I have to say them in my head.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, next one, you. Now this could be you or boss, right? So take a look at this. Hablar to speak. Drop the AR. We add aste. Aste. So that would be hablaste. Hablaste. This would be you talk, you talk to in the past, right? Tú hablaste. Tú hablaste. You spoke, you talk. Now, we have revisar here. Now, this is something you do when you are not certain about something. What do you think? For example, let's say you're not certain if you close the door or not. What do you do in that situation?
Remember?
Now, it's the action. What do you do about it? Oh,
I have to do it again.
for example, let's say your daughter is cooking and you ask her, "Oh, did you turn off the stove?" And she said, "Yes," but you don't believe her. So what do you do?
You check.
And you check. There you have it.
Review.
Yes, this is what you check, review, to check, to review, double check, any of those. Double check. So what do you think we should do to turn this into the past for you in this case?
Um, remove the AR.
We got past there, so what do you
Ya
think?
está arriba, mister.
Huh?
Ya está arriba.
Eh, debería estar, give me a second, miss. Debería estar el Mr. Pineda, pero no sé, fíjese. Okay, can you go back, can you repeat that again?
Yes.
Oh, there you have it. Revisaste. Revisaste. Now, this would be more like a question type of thing. So, how would you ask it, for example? Did you check the table? How will you ask that to someone?
Say, usted.
Oh no, this is would be the you casual too. This is that this ending. Yeah, this would be would for too.
So tú. Revisaste.
Mm-hmm. La mesa. Be careful there,
La
family.
mesa.
Now, let's bring back comprar for a moment. Let's bring back comprar and right to buy. What if you wanted to ask, did you buy the apple?
Compraste.
Compraste. Yes. La manzana. There you have it. That would be so far right. Yo, aste, you, compré, hablaste, compré, hablaste. Okay.
Can I have just a moment to write this down?
Oh yes, I forgot about that. Yes, yes, yes. Go ahead.
I just want to make sure I get a little summary.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead and you should write the endings. At least the formula, like drop the AR plus aste plus e.
Right, I got those first two.
Yes, this will be the first two. And then this one is very similar. It's actually the same, right? But we'll go through this because it's the different pronoun. This is the boss, right? This could be Central America, Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador. It could be actually it could be also Argentina. Depends, right? This will be boss, but it's exactly the same ending. Aste. So maybe you know this one. Maybe we saw this one cambiar. What do you think? Now this is something you do to this is something you do when you are not comfortable with something and you want another option. For example, let's say they give you a chocolate but you want a lollipop, so you go and you what do you think?
Change.
There you have it. Change. So exactly the same pattern, right? Comprar. We drop the AR. So what do you think? How do you think would it, what do you think would it would become?
Sorry, can you ask me the question again?
Ah, no, sorry, I had a typo there. With
Okay.
the AR at Aste. Yes.
Last thing.
Yes, there you go. Ah, no. Cambiar.
We're doing cambia.
Yes. My head is still in the past. Give me a well, it's a good.
That's okay.
It's a good.
Um,
We're talking about the
So-
past. Yes.
cam, cambiaste.
Cambiaste. Okay. I'm gonna give you this one. Cortinas. I hate this one. Curtains. I believe so, right? Yes. Maybe.
You got it right.
Okay, oof, that's good. Um, okay, so let's say you're like maybe preparing the house for the guests, something like that, and you wanted to ask something like this: Did you change the curtains? What do you think?
Um, would you keep it cambiar or change to cambiaste?
Yes, because remember, if we say cambiar, this does have time. Remember, conjugation is the act of giving time giving a subject and tied to a verb. So, in order to take a verb into the past, we conjugate it. Follow with the formula. We just you just mentioned cambiaste.
Okay. So since we're talking about did you already, like did you
Did you? Yeah. Did you? Didn't you? And also the the English rule like ed, I did, cbc, all of those weird rules in English for the past.
okay. So cambiaste, would it be los cortinas?
Ah, cortinas, feminine.
Las.
Las, there you have it, cortinas. Cambiaste las cortinas. And what if they tell you, sí, cambié las cortinas? Uy, cortinas. What do you think would be the meaning for this one?
Yes, I changed.
Yes. Now, look at that, right? There is no yo here, but you can assume there it is yo because of the ending e. Now, here's the thing: that e is exclusive for yo. That's why in Spanish we drop the pronouns because we don't need in the end. It's kind of we
You
don't
already
need them. Yeah, you already know. Is yo.
twice.
Yes. Okay. So far, e and hasta, right? And I believe when we talk about the to be, I believe we mentioned how we have two groups kind of like go together. I'm not so sure if we did it, but in case we didn't, um, this is something good. Something good about this and many other like conjugation is that we have two groups that they always go together. One of them is él, ella, and usted. They basically share exactly the same ending. In this case, would be oh with that accent at the top of the o. So we do this. Take a look at the formula. Hablar, drop a, and we place o. So that would be habló. Now here's the thing. Habló might be a little bit ambiguous. So usually the context will tell you if it is she spoke, he spoke, or you polite spoke. Usually the context will tell you that, or in cases it is necessary, the speaker would usually tell you. Um, we will use the pronoun if necessary. But for now, we have this one, cocinar. What do you think about this one? I think we already saw cocinar.
Cook, right?
Cool, yes. Now, how will you turn this into the past for he? Drop the AR. We're at all right.
Okay.
Cocino. So what if we wanted to say he cooked the vegetables?
So cocino.
Gonna be te, notice that oh you have to raise your voice a little bit at the end. Cocino. Cocino. Yes, that one, yes.
Oh,
The vegetables. Maybe I don't even know vegetables.
it's the same, right?
I believe
So cocinaron.
yeah, very close.
Velos, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Vestibular,
Vegetales.
vestibular.
Vegetales. Yeah, very
It's like
close. Very close, yes.
what's the other? There's another one that messes me up too, similar to that. I don't know why it's hard for me to say.
Okay. Yeah, exactly the same, right? We have AR, drop the AR, or hablo,
Va a pagar aquí
spoke.
usted y va a cerrar, va.
Now, now this probar, this is this is something you do when you feel curious about something. For example, you feel curious about if a specific food is good or bad. So what do you do?
Ask,
No, it's something you do by yourself.
study,
Okay, you repeat.
study. That's not study.
Oh no. For example, in the context of eating food, for example, what do you do when you wonder if a specific dish is good or bad?
Taste.
Taste, yes, could be to taste. It could be to try. Basically, one of those two: to taste, to try. So, what if we wanted to say she tastes the apple?
Ella
Huh?
probó
Probó, yes. La manzana. Oh, manzana. Now, what if you want? Let's say you gave someone an apple, and we want to know if they try it, if it is good or bad. How would you ask them? Something like, "Did you taste?" Now, this is a weird with an apple, but let's use the apple example. What do you think?
you just say tu probó.
Oh no. What is the ending for two?
Probaste.
Probaste. Did you have it? La manzana. Oh, manzana. Now be careful over there, right? Remember, every pronoun has its exclusive ending. So you wouldn't say, for example, yo probó. You have to say yo probé. So, for example, let's say if they say sí, probé la manzana y está bien. What do you think is the meaning for this one?
Yes, I tasted the apple and
It is good. There you have it. Let's go next one because it's the same one. Is actually.
okay,
Who's,
hold on. Let me write this down before it comes off the screen real quick. I'm sorry.
oh yes, 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 yes.
Okay.
Okay. So that would be O, ella, and él en ella, and then finally, this is the final member of kind of like a trio. Usted. Say exactly the same pattern. R, drop the AR, place a O instead. Habló, habló. So let's take a look at this one. Now this is something you do. You can do this using a phone. And yes, there you go.
Call.
To call, yes. So, how would you turn this into the past, for example, for usted?
For usted. Llamo.
Llamó, yes. Llamó. Llamó. Give me a second there. Now, now let's say you're talking to. Now this is more polite, right? So let's say you're talking to. I don't know if you have a boss or something like that. But let's say you had a boss, right? And you wanted to ask them something like this. Did you call the no, let's change this for did you call Mario? Something like that. Now, here is something you need to learn. Llamar and many other verbs, they take they call these prepositions. In this case, llamar needs a. Do you remember boy a? Maybe you remember this one. Boy, yeah, boy a. I'm going to, right? Now that goal requires a in order to function sometimes. Same as llamar. Llamar requires a in order to function. So if you wanted to say call someone, you would say llamar a, and the, let's say, target of this action, say could be Jessica, for example. Jessica. Now in this case, we don't know who did it and when they did it, right? Because there is no time and there is a subject in this case. But this is just an example to make you see how this works. Llamar needs a in order to function. So knowing this, how will you say something like this?
Llamo.
Mario. Yes. Now, I want you. I'll give you a little bit of like a test. Let's see.
Okay, let me ask you a question real quick. Is there something that would tell me the word
Now, that's one of those things that one of those things that is better to learn. It's better to learn them individually because yes, because there are many exceptions and many of them. So it's not one of those 10 things you learn little by little as you start to use them. For example, as you gradually start to use Jamar, this is something you will end up learning. Okay, so I will try to, let's try to do a small test. I'm gonna give you this one. Cliente. Cliente. Now, el cliente is a client. So shocking, right? Cliente, client. Now, how will you say something like this? Same, you polite. You polite. What is the requirement for Jamot to function? The client. That el cliente. No. Maybe you recognize something we should do here. We talked about this, I believe, last time. What do you think? So yeah, something I told you. Oh, these are mixed together when this specific scenario is present. Okay. Now, it was a very obscure thing we saw, so don't worry about that. But since we are starting to see "a" in many actions, something you should know is that if you have "a" and "l", yeah, these two are mixed together, right? So that would be,
Look at my note. Wrote it down.
yeah, that would be. So if we are using using "l", yes, that'll be "al". Al. This is just like to make things easier to pronounce. It's easier to say "al" instead of "al". Al. It's fancy way kind of weird. Okay, so far we have three endings: e, aste, and o. E, aste, and o. Now, we have two options here. Would you rather practice e and aste, or would you rather go through the entire table and maybe next time we start practicing? What do
Would
you think?
I rather? What do you mean? I'd go through the entire table like
Yeah, all the endings for like we, for they, for you all, or you like.
whatever you think. Whatever you think.
Okay, I think we will study. We will practice A and Aste first because,
Okay.
and this is something we will be using a lot, especially at the next meeting.
Okay.
So I have a few scenarios. Now leave me a second, but because I need to check my volume and stuff. Okay, this is Elvira. Give me a second. I just need to see here. And then my setting. And let me see.
¿Ella hablaste con Mónica estos días?
Were you able to hear something?
It's a little quiet.
Let me see. Oh, but not my body should be. I don't know. I don't know why when I. Let me see my volume. Okay, I will try to read them to you because I don't know. I need to check why this doesn't work on my
I don't know
laptop.
why sometimes it's quiet and sometimes it's okay. I don't know.
Let me see. I will try something. Give me a second. What about now?
¿Ella hablaste con Mónica estos días?
Yep, perfect.
Oof, yeah. I noticed on my headphones. Okay. Okay. Wait. No. Wait a second. We need to go through this. So this is a similar activity we do often. We have a scenario, and then we will have maybe like a conversation simulation about the scenario itself. So this is number one. Your friend, which one? Ashley is quite worried about Monica. You talk to Monica on Saturday. Monica is okay. Now, what's the name? Ashley. Now, Ashley doesn't know that you talk to Monica on Saturday, right? And she doesn't know that she's okay. So we're gonna go like through a kind of a conversation and let's see um, how to reply to them. Okay, in a second. Let me see. This is my reading control. No, no, no. This is not my reading control. This. No. This. Okay.
Ey,
Okay. We will go word by word.
ey,
Okay.
hablaste con Mónica.
What do you think is the meaning for that one?
Ey, hablaste con Mónica.
Did you talk with Monica?
Did you talk with Monica? Now, how you answer to this one? Remember the scenario? Yes, you talked to her on what is the day? I forgot. Saturday. Yes. Now, how will you reply to this question specifically?
Hablé Monica el sábado.
Con Monica.
Hablé con Monica
Monica
el sábado.
el sábado. Yes. That's it. That will be it. Hablé, right? We drop the AR, ending. Hablé con Monica el sábado. Let's take a look to the next one. Let me see my reading controls here.
De verdad, ¿cómo está?
What do you think?
Can you play it again?
De verdad,
De verdad,
¿cómo está?
¿cómo está?
What was the second word?
This
Está
or
No.
de
or this one.
verdad,
De verdad.
That one.
Maybe you remember this one. De verdad, ¿cómo está? Now, de verdad, in the context of questions, I think we saw this one. It would be really or seriously?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Okay. Seriously, how is she?
Now, how you answer to this question?
Should I answer it in a past tense or
I know.
Monica is okay?
Monica, yes, Monica is okay, yes.
Monica is okay. Monica is okay.
Oh, states and emotion, remembers.
Oh, Monica está
Está.
okay.
Okay. Está okay. I would say Monica está. That sounds a little bit more too more. They call these people kind of like fancy, like they mix English and Spanish. So Monica.
English.
Yeah, Spanglish, I believe they call it. And they mix them together. Monica está bien. Now good catch over there. Now, now we would assume we have to answer in the past, but she's asking how is she now? Like, how is she?
Yeah, how is she?
Yes. Yeah, so
Okay.
that was a good catch. So we know that she's okay. So that's it. Okay, let me see. Let's go next one. You are quite tired today. You worked all night yesterday, so you barely had any sleep. Oh, give me a second. Typos, everything. Your friend Summer notices and asks. Now, I believe. Let me quickly check these questions. Then let me see if we need something specifically.
Hey, ¿cómo estás? ¿Por qué estás tan cansada?
Ah, okay. I think we only need these two words. We need trabajar. Trabajar will be to work, and all night. This is kind of like a phrase. You can say toda la noche. Toda la noche. The same day as all day would be todo el día, for example. And all the afternoon, I guess you can guess, right? Toda la tarde. Okay. We need those two words, toda la noche and trabajar. Those are the words we will need to go through this scenario. Okay, remember, right? You are quite tired. You woke up all night yesterday. Your friend, I believe it was Summer, notices and she asks the following question.
Hey, ¿cómo estás?
What do you think is the meaning for this one?
How are you?
How are you? And how would you reply based on the context?
Um, estoy estoy cansada.
Oh, cansada. Very close.
Cansada.
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 Yes, estoy cansada. I'm tired, right? And then she continues with this next question.
¿Por qué estás tan cansada?
Now, let me first give you this one. Tan. Tan. This is so. So or quite, depending on the context. So,
Okay.
let's try to repeat this again.
¿Por qué estás tan cansada?
What do you think?
¿Por qué estás tan cansada?
Why are you so tired?
Why are you so tired? Yes.
Okay. I got this. Hold on. Would I say porque trabaje?
Oh, yes. Give me a second. No. Try to raise your voice a little bit at the end. Trabajé.
Trabaje?
Yes, there you have
Okay.
it.
Trabajé. All night.
All night.
La noche.
Toda la noche. There you have it. Porque trabajé toda la noche.
Porque trabajé toda la noche.
Okay. Same formula, right? Trabajar, drop AR, trabajé. Okay, very good. Let's go to scenario number 3. Now, this is I like to include this one because it's related to your context. So, you have here, you and your husband just had an anniversary trip. During the trip, you danced and sang a lot. Then, some days later, your gossiper friend Julie asked. Now, for this scenario, we will need a few words. We will need cantar. Maybe we know this one. I feel like we saw this already.
Yeah, cantar.
To sing.
Is it dance? Oh, sing.
Sing. Now, bailar would be
Bailar.
to dance.
Dance.
Now, let me sing a lot. I'll give you this one, a lot. We have many ways to say a lot. We could say mucho. We could say bastante. One of those two, mucho or bastante. Usually, you can place this at the end of a sentence, just like in English. You would say, for example, I blah 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 a lot. Same in Spanish. Yo blah 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 a lot. Okay. Now this is just one question. Let me see. And let's see. Maybe with the contours. Oh, give me a second. There.
Ey, ¿qué tal tu aniversario?
Once again.
Ey, ¿qué tal tu aniversario?
What do you think?
¿Qué tal is what's up, isn't it?
What could be one? That could be one translation.
Or what happened?
What happened? How something? Usually, ¿qué tal is something how? How was the food? How was the trip? How is the food? Depending on the context, right?
Okay.
In this case, it's because they are asking you about something already happened. That would be how it was. So, what do you think?
So asking me how was my anniversary?
How was your anniversary? In the context says you dance and sang a lot. What do you think?
So muy bien. Um, um, how would I say? Would I just say? Muy bien. Would I say a lot of singing and dancing?
Oh, no, that's one way to say it, but we don't know that, right? And remember, I talked to you on our trial lesson. I teach under kind of like doctrine. I don't know what to call it. Say what you can say, not what you want to say. In this case, that's what you want to say, right? But we don't know that yet. So how will you modify that one? Using the knowledge we have right now, which is the simple past. How to
Muy
simplify that?
bien. Well, that's what I was thinking. Muy bien, mucho cante.
Oh, remember what I told you? At the end, at the end.
Uh, okay. Hold on, I'm gonna get it.
Now we can try and.
Cante,
Uh-huh.
cante y bailante,
Oof, close. Bailar. Drop the
bailante,
AR.
baile.
Baile. A lot of a little.
Mucho.
Mucho. There you have it, right? And this would be like I danced and sang a lot. And this is the thing, right? Now a lot of dancing and singing that we could say that in Spanish. You could say something like, "Oh, mucho baile y canto," but we don't know that. You don't know what is that. But so we apply. Say what you can say, not what you want to say. Basically, if you think about something, we just like simplify it and maybe think on of another way to say the same thing, the same thing, but using the knowledge we have. In this case, I dance and I sang and dance a lot. Canté y bailé mucho. Now, good addition. This one, I actually forgot about it. Like to add something like, oh, it was very good, and you dance and sang a lot. A good addition there. Very good. Canté y
So I was
bailé.
thinking to say, I know we're talking about past, but another way, if we were not going to learn this past tense, could I say mucho mucho bailando y um, cantando,
Hmm.
singing.
Now, here's the thing. In English, we do something like this. For example, eating vegetables is good, right? We do this in English. Now, but this is not how we do it in Spanish. In this kind of situation where the action is the subject in itself, we just say that, that the plain action without any conjugation. Comer vegetales. I was trying to say vegetables, same as you did before.
Uh-huh.
Vegetales. Vegetales. Es bueno. So, you would say something like this: mucho cantar, cantar, cantar y bailar. Mucho cantar y bailar. You can say this, but sounds a little bit like you are like a book, something you would read on a book. I don't know. That's how I feel. Doesn't
Too formal.
Yes, 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 yes. Doesn't sound natural. And actually, in some countries, this could be interpreted as a complaint. Like maybe you're complaining about it. For example, I believe in Spain,
Too much.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It would be like assumed that you're complaining about it.
Okay, I
Okay.
see.
Okay, give me a second. Let's go through next one. Scenario number 4. Okay, this one, I believe this one. Let me see. Ah, yes, this is a little bit longer. Let me see. Okay. You're staying at Jenny's house because she feels sad and she needs company. Last night, she asked you if you could lend her $25 to buy cat food. You told her you would give her $25 tomorrow. Next day, you wake up late so you are in a hurry to go to work. You decide to leave the $25 on the table. During your lunch at work, you try to call Jenny to let her know, but she doesn't answer the phone. 5 minutes later, she goes back and asks. This is the context, right? She asks you for $25, basically. You tell her, okay, yes, I'll give them to you tomorrow, but you forget, so you wake up late, you're in a hurry, so you leave the $25 on the table, and later you try to call her to let her know. She doesn't pick up the phone. 5 minutes later, she calls you back, and she will ask that question. But the first, we need this word, dejar. Dejar. Now, dejar is a big verb. It's like to put in English. Like we used to put in English for many, like to put like a song, to put something like clothes on, to put an effort, like to make an effort to something. So dejar is one of those verbs that is really big, and you could dedicate an entire lesson just about dejar. But just for now, dejar would be to leave. To leave. Like you leave something on physically, you leave something on something else, like on a table, on a chair. Dejar. Dejar to leave. Do you know maybe how to say 25?
25.
25. Ah, yes, you know it. I read it dollars. Dólares. 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 Do you still remember table?
Pesa.
Okay. Okay. Table. And I believe that's all what we need, right? Remember the context, right? You try to call her to let her know that you left the $25 on the table. She doesn't answer the phone. Then she calls back and she asks this question. Give me a second. Okay, here we go.
Hola, ¿estás bien? ¿Por qué llamaste?
Let's play it again.
Hola, ¿estás bien? ¿Por qué llamaste?
What do you think?
Hi, are you okay?
Uh-huh.
Hi, are you okay? What was the
Por,
last part?
¿por qué
Why are you
llamaste?
calling?
Oh, yes, 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 yes. Now, um, how you answer this one?
Um, llamaste.
Hmm. Remember, every ending is exclusive to its pronoun. And aste is exclusive for tú, you.
Okay. Llame.
Llamé.
¿Por qué? Um, would you say um, llame porque eh, yo dejé,
Deje.
or just dejé. That's right, just dejé.
Yes.
Llame porque dejé um, $25 en la mesa.
Dólares en la mesa. Oh, wow. I'm really proud. I was expecting you just to say, I left $25 on the table. But you also included the I called because I left $25 on the table. That was a really good one. Congratulations on that. Felicidades. You are a
Well, thank
very
you.
good learner. Same pattern, right? Now, just a small reminder, right? Remember, be careful about the endings. Every verb, every pronoun has their own ending. So you wouldn't say, for example, um, ella llamaste, for example. That's not possible to because every pronoun they have their exclusive ending. They say, let's say.
I
Okay.
think once I learn my verbs better, I
Oh yes, yes, that's for sure. Okay, well, I think this is the last one, and in case there is more time, maybe we can wrap the lesson. Maybe looking at the other table, at the rest of the table. Okay, I believe this is the tricky one. You traveled to Japan last Saturday. While being in Japan, you bought many things. You spent $50. Now that's a weird, right? Like 50. How will you run out of money with 50? But we don't know the numbers, right? So I was thinking maybe like 15,000, something like that. But we don't know numbers yet. So imagine this is a big, huge amount, 50. Um, you spend around $50, so you ran out of money. A few days later, your friend Jisoo asked, "Now, I think we need a few verbs in this case. I think we need comprar. This is to buy. I believe we need gastar. Uh, is to spend. To spend. Spend. Sorry. I believe we need this one. Pobre. Pobre. Now, pobre is the state of being broke. Now, you can also see pobre as like someone like under poverty, something like that. But you can also say like colloquially, like casually, you can say pobre as well. I'm so broke right now. You can totally say that.
So is pobre always broke, or does it mean anything else?
Could be like poor people, or also like poor man, like in the sense of like, oh, I have pity for him, poor
Or
man. Yes, yes,
like if
yes.
you were gonna say, people say pobrecito,
Yes,
like
that's actually it.
you're not
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
right. You're
yeah. Yes, it's just another way. Like, oh my god, I feel so sad. Oh my god, wow. Poor little
okay.
thing,
Okay.
something like that. That's actually a good thing you recognize pobre. In this context, it's about like economic issues, right? It's good.
Okay.
Let me think. What else do we need? Hmm. I think that's all what we need. Pobre, gastar, comprar. Let's see. In case we need something else, I will give it to you. Okay. So this is the context. You went to Japan. You ran out of money. You spent $50, the big amount. Let's see. Let's pretend that that's a big amount. And then your friend Jisoo comes to you and she asks the following question. Let me see my reading controls. Here we go.
¿Estás libre el viernes?
Okay, let's stop it there because I believe this has two parts. So let's go like first the first half and then we will continue the other half.
¿Estás libre el viernes?
What do you think is the meaning for that one?
Estás libre
El
el viernes.
viernes.
Are you available on Friday?
Uh-huh. That's the first half.
Para.
What do you think is this one?
Or
Uh-huh.
Un viaje a Corea. Viaje. Un viaje a Corea.
I think I need you to give this one. Viaje. Viaje. This is a trip. Trip.
trip.
So let's go back to my reading controls.
Corea. Un. Para. Un viaje a Corea.
What do you think?
Un
Are you
vi
available
para.
for
Uh-huh.
Go ahead. Yeah, read it again, please.
Okay, let's go from the beginning.
Estás libre el viernes para un viaje a Corea.
Are you available on Friday for a trip to
Corea.
Maybe if we spell it. Oh, you go ahead? Go ahead.
I don't remember what that is.
Ah. Now, what if I write this word? What do you think? How will you read that in English?
Korea?
Now, this is a country. So, which country do you think?
Oh. Japan.
Korea.
Oh, Korea.
Yes, shockingly
Okay.
difficult. But yes, Korea. So, what do you think would be the full? Ah, yes, that would be right. Está disponible el viernes. Are you available on Friday? For a trip to Korea. And remember the context, right? You spend all your money. You went to Japan. You are broke, and you spend around $50. So you have there's many ways you could answer this question, but using the pieces when we have, how will you do it?
No estoy libre el viernes.
El viernes. Okay. Let me see this now. Let me see. Now, would you like to? Like, let me see. Let me see. Let me see this one. What is this one?
¿Por qué estás tan pobre?
Ah, yes. Now, how will you explain? How will you explain also why are you not available?
Porque I needed to. Porque estoy pobre.
Pobre. There you have it. Yes, that was the original. Yes, that's what the original because the next one is about specifically about this being broke. Yes, No estoy libre porque estoy pobre. I'm not a buyer because I'm broke, right? And then the next one is related to that one.
¿Por qué estás tan pobre?
What do you think?
Um,
What do you think is the meaning for this one?
and why are you broke? Why are you so broke, right?
Oh, yes, yes, sir. Happy you recognize that. ¿Por qué estás tan? But why are you so broke? Now, remember the context that you went to Japan, you bought many things there.
Okay. Porque gasté
Oh, yes. Uh-huh.
because I spent 50 dólares
Dólares.
en
Now, little small challenge. How will you say this one? Because I traveled to Japan and I spent a lot of money. And I'm gonna give you this one.
Okay.
To travel. Travel to viajar. Viajar. Now, look at this one, right? Viajar, same as llamar, is another verb that needs the to function because it conveys the direction in this case.
Okay. Porque viaje a
We don't know
what I
Japan, right?
say. Can I just say Japan?
That would be Japón, very close. Japón.
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 Y
Spend.
gasté
Oh.
mucho dinero.
Mucho dinero. There you have it. Oh, that was a good one. Same, exactly the same pattern. Gasté, viajé, and just another example. Some verbs will need a extra tool, let's say, to function. In this case, llamar a, viajar a. And this is the final one. I mean, you already answered this question, but just to practice a little bit further, let's do this one as well. Let me see. Where is my reading control? Okay. Here we go.
¿Cuánto dinero gastaste? ¿Cuánto dinero gastaste?
Okay, gasté $50.
Stay. And that's it. I feel we are in the right way to wrap this lesson a little bit. So far we saw, actually we practiced two endings, right? We just practiced for yo, and we practiced haste for yo and vos. Or vos compraste, tú compraste, or yo compré. But we also learned about, let me see if I can put it here on the table. Here. Ella, and instead, now remember, this kind of like a trio, right? They go together all the time in many other countries. Just like ella está, él está, and usted está. They also share. Él compró, ella compró, usted compró. Now, we will be practicing these endings as we progress. We still need to go through AR and ER. For now, we will focus on IR, but that's gonna be the other two is gonna be next like set of classes. So for now we will focus
Okay.
on AR, and next we'll practice o ella él usted, and also ellos ellas and usted, which is an or we, that's coming next. Okay, miss, now before we finish, may you have any questions so far?
No, I don't have any questions. I guess I'll go ahead and send payment for our next month.
Yes, actually, I was give me a second.
Oh, hey, there is one more thing. So, before I forget, on Wednesday next week, I won't be available.
Oh, so you would like to reschedule maybe if in case. I think it's kind of difficult to reschedule unless we did like, I don't know if you would like this, like for example do Thursday and Friday, for example.
I guess let's just do Friday
Oh,
next week,
okay then. No
unless
problem.
you have something earlier in the week. Um,
Okay then. Okay, that's it, miss. Yes, as you mentioned, same payment as last month, $68 for a set of 8 classes, and